The sleeping Zhang Kuei was suddenly awakened by an irresistible aroma drifting through the air. Curious, he followed the scent out of his temple and stopped in front of a bustling restaurant. It was the source of the delicious smell. Without hesitation, he stepped inside. The place was packed with happy customers enjoying all kinds of mouth-watering dishes. After glancing around, Zhang Kuei found an empty seat and decided to taste some human food. The owner of the restaurant was an odd old man whose booming business had made him extremely wealthy. Grinning over his mountain of gold ingots, the old man was nearly laughing out loud. Suddenly, the sound of shouting outside caught his attention. He stuffed the gold into his sleeve and rushed out to greet the customer. As he approached, Zhang Kuei raised his hand to signal for a bowl of noodles. Soon, a steaming bowl of beef noodles arrived, golden broth bubbling with rich aroma. Zhang Kuei wasted no time and dug in. But after just a few bites, he bit down on something odd. Fishing it from his mouth, he found a tiny boot. His expression shifted immediately. Confused, he glanced toward the owner, who was now sneaking into the kitchen. Zhang Kuei scratched his head in confusion and decided to investigate. Peering through a crack in the door, he saw the angry old man barking orders at the stove. Suddenly, kitchen tools began moving on their own. With one sinister eyebrow twitch, the knives got to work. Exhausted from non-stop labor, the utensils struggled, but the old man's glare forced them to continue. Teapots leapt onto hooks, huddled together under the flames to boil, then poured hot water into waiting teacups lined up in rows. A giant stock pot grew legs, revealed a snarling face, and breathed fire into itself to boil. One by one, the other utensils dumped ingredients into it. Once everything was ready, the ladles lined up like an army, followed by steaming hot dishes, chicken, duck, fish, soup dumplings, even roast suckling pig. At the end of the line, a frail clay pot collapsed, unable to go on. Its pork rib soup spilled out as it begged for mercy. But the cruel old man just glared coldly and smashed the pot into pieces. The other utensils watched in fear, too scared to act. But outside the door, Zhang Kuei was furious. He decided it was time for justice. With a powerful breath through the crack, he sent a yellow talisman flying straight onto the old man's back. The talisman lifted him into the air. Panicked, he grabbed a nearby table to hold on, but the kitchen tools didn't help. One brave garlic mortar picked up its pestle and smashed the old man's fingers until he let go. With one final scream, the old man was sucked into the spell. If your life feels difficult right now, leave a comment saying hard times will pass, and may your future be smooth and lucky. As for that tiny boot, it fell gently from the air. It had belonged to the brave garlic mortar who had taken action. In the end, the tyrannical boss got what he deserved. The tools were finally free, and the old man and his lackeys were now underfoot, tasting what it felt like to be used and stepped on.